Hello and welcome back to Cranfield. We're here with the Apprenticeships team and Grant Thornton talking about the role of apprenticeships in social mobility and how important it is. Christina, you're going to be our best starting point for talking about social mobility. What role does an apprenticeship play?
So apprenticeships really allow those who may never have been to university before to come and get additional qualifications at those higher levels, so at level 7, master's level. They might not have taken very well to school, it really wasn't for them, they didn't learn very well, but they got into the workplace and they absolutely flew, and now is the time for them to come back into the educational setting and get a formal qualification through the apprenticeship while still working. So roughly 20% of our apprentices here at Cranfield have never been to university before, so this is their first time studying at this level, which is so exciting.
That's an incredible opportunity, and I'd like to actually just take a moment to clarify, because we're talking about qualifications and opportunities. There are two elements here, really. We've got the Senior Leader Apprenticeship, and we've also got the ability to top up after that to the Executive MBA. And that's sort of how many people move on to that path?
So nearly everyone, to be honest. So they start, and the aim is to get that apprenticeship, to do the Senior Leader Apprenticeship. And once they start studying, they really enjoy it. There's so much that they just continue on to gain additional credits after their apprenticeship is completed to gain a full award of an Executive MBA.
That's fabulous. Very exciting. Justin, do you think that the apprenticeship or the Executive MBA is for a particular type of person or a type of business?
No, not at all, Lauren. I think that's the really interesting thing, is if we kind of look back over the 5 years or 6 years or so that we've been running the program, nearly over 1,200 people and over 600 organisations. If you look at those organisations, it's a really wide range of employers. So some large organisations, some much smaller organisations, not-for-profit and public sector. And I think also if you look at the individuals that have gone through the program, they're also from a really broad range of roles within and at different stages within those organizations. So you might have people from HR, from finance, and legal, and pretty much if you can think of a title, there's probably someone that's got that title that's been through the program.
Well, given that variety, then, what is it that unites them? Why is it so important for organisations to have this social mobility and to promote it?
Well, I think there's all organisations, or certainly most organisations that we talk to, one of the really challenging things for them is around talent, is having the right people with the right skills and at the right time. And there's been a huge, I hesitate to say war for talent, but that's been a consistent thing, even when we've kind of gone a little bit up and down in terms of the economy. There's the one constant has been being able to get hold of people with the right skills has been a challenge for organisations. So investing in those people, in their people, firstly, make sure that they've got the skills that they need, but also that they're attracting people. And if people can see that there are kind of opportunities for them, regardless of their background or whatever, then that's going to be a really powerful magnet for them to join that organisation and then subsequently stay with it.
So it's win-win, really. For the individual, there's doors that are otherwise not open to them. And for the business, they're helping to retain and attract the people in their organisation who they want to be future leaders in the business. Ruth, what role does executive coaching play on this? Because this must be huge for social mobility.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, coaching essentially helps to unlock somebody's potential and perhaps eliminate a lot of the perceptions or maybe even self-limiting beliefs. You spoke earlier about people, a large number of people that come through non-traditional academic routes. There is also, from a diversity perspective, there is the underrepresented groups, ethnic minorities, women in leadership, and that sort of thing. And coaching, what provides them is a safe and confidential space to tackle some of those issues. It could be, I don't know, the famous imposter syndrome, or helping someone getting out of their comfort zone so that they can take risks or have effective decision making. sometimes that little niggling doubt that we all have in the back of our minds is allowing the space to work through them to ensure that there isn't any limitations and that they can all achieve their potential. But interestingly, what I've also noticed, actually, there is another trend, which is leaders and future leaders that actually really want to develop their teams and want to become better leaders. And for them, it's really important to have that entire view of the diversity and inclusivity of the organization and their teams, especially in this hybrid world that we live in today and changing world, as we spoke a little bit about earlier. So it supports everyone essentially in the program, either to develop their own ambitions and potential, but also for that of the team. So how do they want to be as leaders and make sure that they all have and develop a good, healthy environment and diverse and inclusive environment as well.
Well, Fav, thank you. I'm going to pick up on the word diverse. You talked about diversity, inclusion, and Christina, what about the students who maybe don't fit a standard mould, maybe not neurotypical, have particular requirements or need additional assistance? What opportunities and support can they get for an apprenticeship here?
Well, here at Cranfield, we're here to support everyone. And if anyone has additional learning needs, we have a whole team to support, make sure that the right things are there in place to support that person. So whether that be extra time and exams and assignments, having their notes on different coloured paper, there's all sorts of things. And I mean, the things I've listed are really short, but we are here to help. We want everyone to succeed. And I think that really shows in our results with over a 99% pass rate for all of our apprentices.
99%, that is a good one. I think we should be using that a bit more in our stats. We're going to wrap up, but actually there's a quote that I'm just going to read off here because I haven't memorised it, I'll confess. But I absolutely love it. And it's from Minister Robert Halfon, who talks about the two rungs of the ladder being lifelong learning, jobs and security, and at how important that facilitating continuous career progression, getting a degree while in work is fantastic for social mobility. It breaks the glass ceiling for those who can't otherwise progress without graduate status. And I think that's what we're all about, making as many opportunities for as many people as possible and doing it in partnership with Grant Thornton.